But he did say this on the Lions. So let's take a listen to Rob Parker and why he believes the Lions window is closed. All right. Let's take a listen to Rob Parker. Oh, geez. Get ready for this.
This is when I turn into the negative Nelly.
Is on the left.
The window is opened and closed, the Lions. I really think that they blew it against the 49ers, chance to go to the Super Bowl. Dan Gamble blew that game for them. I think that hurt. Last year, don't forget, they had the best record, home field throughout the playoffs in the NFC, let a rookie quarterback come in. They were 9.5-point favorites in that game and lost. If you're telling me that they're going to be back next year or, this coming season, I can't buy into it. The division's getting better. I just think that they lost both coordinators, so there's going to be a year of adjustment. So I think the Lions had a nice window for 2 years. Unfortunately, it's closed. This is when I turn.
It's like letting you know at the end. It's closed. The door is shut.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's closed.
I love my favorite thing about this type of stuff is he's saying it like it's definitive, which I guess when you give a take, you have to be like that. But he's like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to have to do this, but it's closed. 2 years. Like when you look at teams that have 2-year windows in the NFL, typically you're talking about a older team, just a little bit left in their prime. Like kind of like the Rams when they got Stafford. You knew that.
Like
window.
the Niners now. I'd say the Niners.
Niners are a good
Trent
one.
Williams,
It's like
CMC.
the team that you assemble that you're like, hey, if we don't win this thing in the next 2 years, we got to blow it up. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's what it is. The Lions are the exact opposite of that. I know guys have to get paid, but they still have guys on rookie contracts. Like 2-year window is crazy when all of your productive players are under the age of 26 years old. I mean, you have Hutch, well, that'll be 25 in a couple months, but they're all under 25, 26 or under. And so as much as, again, Rob Parker, it's just another one you got wrong, my man. It's just, there's another one. It's Rob, 2 years is crazy. That's crazy. No way, no how, Rob Parker. I see you in the chat, Weezy D. No way, no how. The Lions window is closed.
Is that a Rob Parker?
Yes.
I want to keep saying Rob Barker. Isn't that like a TV or like a game show host, Rob Barker?
That
like
sounds familiar.
All time, like The Price is Right, maybe. Rob Barker. All right. I'll step up and be the one to lock in and say it.
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. Okay, yeah, that's on me.
That's a good
Rob
one.
Parker, Jeff, Lucas. Rob Parker's an idiot. He's no longer a legend. Saying, like, if you say things like that, how am I, like, someone newer in the media, in today's media, right, new age media, how am I supposed to respect guys who constantly just say egregious stuff? Like, egregious. That they don't mean. Like, it's like I'm trying to say things to stay relevant in national media, right? Like, I get it. Like, I'm with you. Like, Skip Bayless did it towards the end of his career the last few years. Now he's irrelevant. Rob Parker's hanging on with the thread, trying to be like, I know exactly what I can do to stay relevant. I'm going to get the Detroit fan base riled up. That always works. Like, when was he here, Jeff? The 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, when the Lions were SOL.
So the only thing he knows is SOL. Again, Rob Parker's an idiot. And that's to me, that's like the bottom line. I'm sorry, Jeff's like hates the fact that I'm saying that because he's a lad. I really don't care. Like I'm gonna be just straight up honest. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. This is new media now, Rob. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care how long you've been doing it for. Respectfully, you have no clue what you're talking about. You're talking about you have a quarterback coming off an MVP finalist season. You have a top 3 running back in the NFL. You have a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. You have a top 5 defensive edge rusher, the most important position. You have 2 top 5 safeties on your defense. You have a top 5 coach. You have the number 1 offensive lineman in the NFL, probably a top 5 offensive line in the NFL, a top 5 tight end. You have another top 20 wide receiver. You sound like a complete idiot trying to act like, to me, it's just like, what are we doing here, Rob Parker? Like, hang it up at this point. Like, it's done. When you have to start going to and saying things like that, man, it's career's over. You're done. You're done doing talk shows and hopping on shows, all of that. Hey, Jeff, if you want to have him on, fine with me. I'm going to tell him that was the worst take I've ever heard in my life at the end of the day, because this team,
I think that'd be a great
2 years.
great content, Boone.
Yeah, well, I mean, just 2 years ago, they weren't even expected to be Super Bowl contenders, and they go into an NFC Championship game. Okay, now window opens. Now you have 1 year. You lose one playoff game. Oh, all of a sudden, windows close. Wrong. You have no clue what you're talking about. You've never seen winning football in your life, Rob. You don't know what it's like to go in the the NFL and win a football game, Rob. So let's just cut that. Let's cut all of that out. Must not be familiar with the Booner path as well. I just thought of that.
Yeah, I don't. That never must have come across.
Yeah. I just don't see a world, boys, where it's like this Lions team, even if they mess contracts up or not, they are going to be contending for a Super Bowl over the next 2 or 3 years. Brad Holmes could brutally mess up this contract situation, and you still have the players and Dan Campbell to be contending over the next 3 seasons and just be in the conversation. You are top 5 favorite to win the Super Bowl currently. You are number 2 in the NFC to win the NFC. The window is wide open. It's more, Rob, I see how big you are. You could step through the window. It's so big. That's how big the Detroit Lions window is open right now. Like, you can crawl. 10 of you can walk through it, dude. Like, what are we doing here?
It's no doggy door.
I mean, this is a garage door, double wide.
Calvin Johnson wingspan.
Wide.
I love it, Boone. And I think it was very well said, Boone. So I don't have to add much more to it. I just think it doesn't make sense because I can see the aspect of up to this point, the Lions in the NFC Championship against the Niners was probably their best chance up to this point because of the injuries last year. I could see how the coordinators and all the schedule, like this was probably when you're looking at week 1, looking at the Super Bowl, Lions might not be set up in the same way you thought going into week 1 last year. But I don't know how that computes into the window is closed. That's jumping ahead another 3 years that you don't even know what they look like. But you know for a fact all these players under contract and they were just drafted are still going to be here. Boone went through the whole list. He cleaned up fine. Didn't leave any meat on the bone, Boone. Cleaned it up.
I left one.
Rob
You have
Parker,
the best punter in the NFL.
and one of the best up-and-coming kickers.
Yep. Sorry.
Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.